morning, Sunday. My topic today is future readiness for technological sustainability through the fifth wave theory, IoE concept, and KTB model. I am Hamid, Doost Mohammadian, a professor for international sustainability in Germany. This speech is for the conference, International Conference on Distributed Computing and Electrical Circuits and Electronics, 2022, 23rd and 24th April 2022, organized by Baleary Institute of Technology and Management. Result of my research was about some points. Technological sustainability, I did score 3,1. 7PS infrastructure and development 4,2. Data and information with a focus on 7PS condition 4,1. Information security and consequences for influencing imagination, future readiness 4,2, and social capital, HR competencies and technologies related to technological economy 3,7. My research studies key question, result, and impact. Key question, how to map a future scenario to apply these theories, concepts, and models to evaluate the results for forecasting, preventing, and facing the future consequences and crises and future readiness for technological sustainability. Key result, a blue-green technological sustainability based on 7PS model and digital readiness and recovery for today's challenges and tomorrow's crisis. Key impact, make the world a better place for living with high sustainability impact. 3 technological revolutions are shaping the dawn of 21st century called the 3 revolution. The development of internet and the shift towards a carbon-free global energy system. The 3 technological revolutions, which are decarbonization, decentralization, and digitalization, are transforming the energy sector. These are 3 global trends are changing the way we produce, distribute, and consume power. Sustainability. Here you can see the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which is one of the biggest social projects in or social activity in the history of United Nations. That was more than 80 questionnaires and surveys. About 7 million people answered to these surveys. And in this case, sustainability has one definition, which is livability plus quality of life. And technological sustainability is a necessity for this sustainability. Factors for sustainability is changing a world, shape, value, responsibility, and risk. For guarantee for sustainable development, we need to have 7PS model as a key, which I'm going to introduce in the next slides. What is the fifth wave or tomorrow age or theory of comprehensive everything? I have invented, developed, and introduced a theory called the fifth wave theory or tomorrow age theory or theory of comprehensive everything. What is this theory? Actually, last year on 13, 14, 15 October 2021, I have established an international conference on the fifth wave theory in the University of Oxford, which was a very interesting conference. We had so many speakers, guests from different countries, and we had for 6 months pre-webinars for this conference about different aspects of this theory. Here you can see the overview of this theory, which is a study of whole life history since 70,000 years ago. And according to my theory, I talk about some revolutions. The first revolutions happened in 70,000 years ago, cognition revolution. The second revolution happened in 10 to 13,000 years ago, which called agricultural revolution. 500 years ago, scientific revolution happened. During this scientific revolution, 300 years ago, we had industrial revolution. 100 years ago, the first business and economic revolution happened. And after 2020, we had the second business and economic revolution. And then at the end, today, we are focusing on a model. I call this model in my theory KTB model, which focus on three factors: knowledge, business, and technology. Here you can see the first revolution, cognition revolution, 70,000 years ago. Second revolution, agricultural revolution, 10,000 years ago. Scientific revolution, 500 years ago. Industrial revolution, 300 years ago. And business economic revolution, 100 years ago. And the second one, today. KTB model, as I said, is a cube with three indexes: knowledge, technology, and business. That means if we want to talk and achieve technological and sustainability, it is not possible to do this individual, because technology and technological sustainability is not an individual topic. We need to focus on knowledge and business in the same time. Fifth wave theory, which I have invented, introduced, and developed since 2010 to 2017. This theory is about modern business and future of business. And in my theory, the first age of tomorrow started from 2020 to 2030, which is about combination of future of industry 4.0, which I call it industry 5.0, plus future of society 5.0, which I call it society 6.0. In this theory, for future of business, I have introduced and invented a new concept called small medium-sized enterprises 5.0, or hybrid SMEs, as tools for preparing for future shock or tomorrow's readiness, to make the world a better place for living. What? The fifth wave theory, proceeding of future of industry 4.0 as a symbol of West culture, and proceeding of future of society 5.0 as a symbol of non-West culture. One of the points we need to be aware of that in technological aspects is culture. This theory is introduced to support all businesses, especially small, medium-sized enterprises, to forecast, prevent, and face today's challenges and tomorrow's crisis. In 2020, in the 8th World Sustainability Forum in Basel, Switzerland, I had an article I published in this conference. And in this article, I talk about Industry 4.0 as a Western concept, digitalization in Germany, and Society 5.0 non-West concept, ubiquitous in Japan and South Korea. In my theory, I talk about two group of countries as a symbol of West, like a Scandinavian country and Germany, and two group of countries, South Korea and Japan, symbol of non-West. If we go to technological aspect, you can see, for example, Scandinavian countries, they are one of the best in sustainable business or technological sustainability, wastewater, waste management, renewable energy, transportation, bicycle technologies, and one of the top 10 innovative economic in the world. If we go to Germany, German government was about Industry 4.0. They are very good in automotive and car technologies, small, medium-sized enterprises management, vocational training, and also sometimes first and second innovative economy of the world. South Korea and Japan, they are good in car technology. South Korea is one of the best in internet infrastructure, sometimes first and second after and before Germany for the innovative economic in the world. And Japan government evaluated the topic, the concept Society 5.0. Technologies for technological sustainability. I'm going to talk about AI, machine learning, IoT, big data, digital twins, blockchain, 3D printing, 5G, and cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence. All of you know that. Elon Musk says artificial intelligence is so far more dangerous than nukes. Machine learning. Computers are able to see, hear, and learn. Welcome to future, Dave Waters. Internet of Things. It is the beginning of machines taking over the world. We already watched some movies, some stories like the Jurassic Park from Dr. Michael Crichton or Terminator or this kind of movies, scientific movies and science fiction stories about the future. Always they try to show us the problems and the challenges we are going to have because of technological points in the future. But you can see this is really a reality. The beginning of machine taking over the world. IoT application is in different sectors like traffic monitoring, fleet management, agriculture, hospitality, smart grid, energy saving, water supply, smart home, and marketing. Data, big data. The goal to turn data into information and information into insight. Clary Fiorina. Big data, top big data applications after 2020, 2019 was about healthcare, travel, telecom, e-commerce, media, entertainment, retail, finance, and education. Digital twins. See, think, simulate, and decide. Digital twins is the entry into the era of data economy, the virtual replica of a real product and process. Digital twins example, you can see some examples about digital twins. Blockchain is the biggest opportunity set we can think of over the next decade or so. Many people, they think blockchain is usually referred to Bitcoin, but it has many more applications, of course. 3D printing is also about forget shopping. Soon we will be able to download our clothes. This is also very interesting about 3D printing. The application of 3D printing is in engineering, design, consumer products, manufacturing, education, medical, movies, theaters, agriculture, fashions, and cooking. Augmented reality. We create quality professional PPT presentation. Cybersecurity. Well, today's challenges and tomorrow's crisis, like COVID-19, and which based on my book, I already going to publish a book called Fifth Wave Theory in Taylor Francis Public Center in New York. In my book, I have a chapter about COVID-19, and in this chapter, I talk about advantages and disadvantages of this topic. And I called COVID-19 super accelerator because this COVID-19 could push us to be faster, to prepare for ourselves for the future. Have impacted at level of knowledge, technology, business, which is KTB model. As I said, technology is not an individual topic. We must parallel focus on knowledge and business. You can see this model. According to this model, I have another model I'm going to show you called Bermural model. In this model, we can see one of the problems we have in technology is all technological people, all engineers, they are working together. But we need to have combination and community of 4 different networks: economy networks, political networks, organizational networks, and technical networks. Otherwise, KTB model cannot happen. Main topic of the fifth wave theory is measure the readiness to change into the new age wave we are just entering. As I said, combination of future of industry 4.0 as a symbol of West and future of society 5.0 as a symbol of non-West. Why? The aim to provide societies blue-green sustainability, innovative digital readiness, recovery, and CSR strategies by focus on CSR 1.0, CSR 2.0, and CG approaches. CSR 1.0 is corporate social responsibility, and CSR 2.0 is corporate sustainability and responsibility. How? And using innovative infrastructures for open innovation, implementation, development, and application of future of 4 technologies, which I call it in my theory 5 technologies, that influence, change, and improve education and training as well as our lives. Impact. The expected impact of the 5th wave theory is in healthcare system reinforced welfare 5.0 in my theory, new opportunities for affected citizens to be employed created, citizen basic services enhanced, which I call it in my theory, urban 6.0, which is about utopia, new opportunities for small, medium-sized enterprises to achieve cultural sustainability, and world economies more resistant and sustainable. The expected result of this theory is to create communities, societies, cities, businesses, education capable to tackle with future concern. Culture is the first priority. I have a model called 7PS model. In this model, I have 7 factors, 4 factors more than United Nations. Culture, environment, social, economy, technique, education, and politics. In addition, peace and love. Impact. The expected impact is, as I said, in health, opportunities for citizens, societies, businesses to achieve cultural sustainability. For conclude this theory, we are going to say we have new concept for tomorrow's business, which I call it ecosystem for tomorrow, and this is a small medium-sized enterprises 5 or hybrid SMEs. In these businesses, we need to focus as this priority. First of all, environmental responsibility. Secondly, social cohesion. At the end, economic efficiency. Conclusion says the world economy has changed from a business economy to a data and business economy. This shows today the technologies and business are together. Future readiness, the fifth wave theory able to forecast the future. According to my research after the world after Corona, I found 12 results. Number 1, the world will change, behavior will change, humanity will return, the economy after the contagion is still breathing and alive. The authority and power of most technologies company. Today, without this team, without this Zoom, without this Google Meet, without WhatsApp, we could not communicate together during the Corona. Contagion, outbreak of COVID-19 and reconciliation, the technologies. Privacy risk because of data security, and health risk because of staying at home and doing home office, not doing physical and sport activities. Intensification of domestic economic shift. Is strengthening bonds between people because of understanding the value that already existed. Provision of health and medical care is evolving. Medical doctors, nurses, pharmacists, they are in the front line. Resumption of the world trade, and the last one, number 12, to regain the opportunity for living in a better way and prosper the economy. Here I'm showing you my theory in different waves after 2022, as I said, as a edge of tomorrow. The first one was the risk of contagion COVID-19. The second one is the crisis of contagion of the other biological attack. After that, the risk of economic shift. Today we are, struggling in the world with this case. Crisis by recession also is about economy. High greenhouse gas emission and climate pollution. Crisis caused by climate change. Technological risk, as I said, in science fiction movies and stories, we already talk about this. Now I talk about AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, 3D printing. If we cannot control them, this can be a dangerous future for us. And the last one, if we cannot control all these things, biodiversity collapse happen and end our life. Here you can see the chains of this crisis, and technological risk is one of them. We need to split this change and not let them to be merged. We make a 3-factor for this technological sustainability. If we want to, according to 7PS model, to measure this technological sustainability, we need to make a 3 according to technological factor and make a goal, some criteria and sub-criteria according to our need in your business or in our engineering design or in activity we want to do. After that, for this technological sustainability measurement, we have sustainability for each factor, probability of each factor, impact of each factor, and ratio of each factor, which we must normalize. And then the technological sustainability is sigma, probability of each factor, times impact of each factor, times ratio normal. This is the formula you can see for measure the sustainability, technological sustainability. According to our IoE project, which is about IoT in energy sector, we are going to talk about skill and qualification. HR competencies. Optimize the usage of smartness in business to find the HR chain actors. Reliability. Number one, tools and technologies, for example, IoT, AI, machine learning, and etc. in Industry 4.0 to capture more data to control them. People to analyze data to control devices not out of standard conditions. Otherwise, the technologies can dominate us, and that's a future problem. For this, we need to have some kind of competencies in businesses, HR, technologies, and infrastructure to provide the required data for this HR. In this HR, we need to have some experts to do innovation, implement, development, and apply these technologies to make the business smart. Business HR competencies. In the next slide, I would like to show you a roadmap that's what kind of people, strategies, and competencies we need to use these smart technologies. The cultural factor and HR competencies are the most important challenge in using smart technologies. When we talk about competencies, we have 2 points. Number one is EQ, emotional intelligence, and number two is conversational intelligence, which is a real new topic after 2014. And that's why it is important to make this technology simple and user-friendly for HR and public sector to face with the tomorrow's crisis, to motivate them, to show them the benefit. IoE concept, which is about Internet of Things in energy sector. I was academic leader of one Erasmus Plus project in European countries, in 6 countries, which is called IoE. You can see the website here. And in this project, we did a research about IoE, Internet of Energy, education qualification. After our research, we did in different countries like Germany, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. We got a very interesting result. I'm going to show you these results. Number one, where do you see the biggest advantages to use the IoE within your organization? 50% of people, they said developing a new business model. Number two, another question. What kind of innovative IoE related products or services do you develop or utilize within your business organization? 47% answered was design of a smart application. And the next question was, why don't you use developed IoE related solutions and services in your business organization? 48% people, they answered lack of technical skills and competencies. And 6% they said security concern. What to do? Future readiness and strategy. According to my research result, I have divided the challenge and crisis management process and strategy into 5 steps. A step of providing healthcare and medical services, tolerance, a step to achieve stability, a step to regaining the opportunity to live again and prosper the economy, a step forecasting, preventing, and post-epidemic exposure, and the last one, recovery and reconstruction step. For this, we have 2 different strategies, content-oriented strategies and process-oriented strategies. For process-oriented strategies, which emphasize the change of operations and core business processes and are divided into 5 categories. Strategies for stability and continuity of operations of the business. Number 2, business modernization strategies. Number 3, business model innovation strategies. Number 4, new business development strategies. Number 5, integrated strategy with the help of innovative sustainability theories like the 5th wave theory or sustainability plus theory. Conclusion. I'm going to conclude my speech. Internet is not a green technology. Maybe many people, they think internet is green, but it is not. Actually, we need to say 4.1 billion people, or 53.6% of global population use internet.
Recording in progress.
Internet is responsible of about 3.7% of global greenhouse emissions. Can you please stop the voice because I cannot concentrate on my presentation?
Yes, sir. I have muted, sir.
Okay, internet is not a green technology. 4.1 billion people, or 53.6% of the global population, now use the internet. Internet is responsible of about 3.7% of global greenhouse emissions. You got already showed in my, I already showed you in my fifth wave theory, the edge of tomorrow. One of the wave we are going to face is global greenhouse emission, and internet is about 4% of this global. These emissions are predicted or forecasted to be doubled by 2025. That means almost in 2025 we are going to have 8% of all global greenhouse emission because of using internet. Servers requires a lot of energy. Search engines, each search engine requires the effort of several servers. Web browsers, 1,76 gram CO2 per page view. Emails, 4 to 50 gram per CO2 per email. That's really interesting and a point for us to be careful about the future. Go digital without losing humanity. I already told you, culture is very important. The most important point. Until 2010, I was focusing on strategy and technological point. But after I read a book from Peter Drucker, he wrote Culture Eats Strategy as Breakfast. And I understood how much culture is important. Also, the clear benefits of the digital transformation. Also, machines can provide more efficient and fast services. But never forget the importance of the human factor. How to do that? Thinking globally, acting regionally. Based on 7PS know-how, do-how of sustainable resources planning in the world and active cooperative partnership with governments, comprehensive strategic planner, resource managers and energy experts, process facilitators, politicians, universities, researchers, and academic people, SMEs and institutions, communities, societies, and cities. How? Focus on blue-green sustainable energy, infrastructure, cross-validation, business, marketing, and technological innovation, blue-green sustainable mobility, water, wastewater, and waste, blue-green sustainable economy, and health, labor, and social welfare security. Thank you so much for your attention. I tried to finish my speech in almost 27, 28 minutes. If there are any questions, discussion, I'm available to talk to you. And again, thank you from all respected colleagues in India in this institution to give me this opportunity to make my speech today. Thank you so much.
That's great, sir. You have given a very overall interaction. Now I request any audience to have any queries. You can ask, sir. Audience, any queries?
On the technology. Hello.
Hello.